Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devops.school.com.
Okay, this is exposing a REST API, right? Now, what I want is I want to deploy one web application, customer web, which can actually have a UI for actually adding a customer, deleting a customer, or listing customers. This is a web UI. Now, what I want is I want my web application to make REST API calls to this one. I don't want to hard code the URL, username, password of this REST API. I want to. So what? Somehow to my web application, I want the URL of this REST API. Then my application can connect. Can I say that for my web application, this REST API also is a service? Yes. One app can be a service to another app, is it? It need not be always something like a database. One app can be a service to another app. So for my customer web application, customer REST is a service. Okay. So what I want is I want the URL of this customer REST to be available to my web application. So let us see how I can. First of all, let me push this web application. Already here I have one more jar, customer web jar. Let me push that customer web. Okay. I'll download it first, copy link location. Okay. So right now, CF apps. Cust rust is there. Let me push. See, first of all, download it. wget. Okay. CF push customer web, custom web -p / customer web jar, and I'll take all the defaults, let it be. So let me push. But while pushing, I just want to push. I don't want it to start, because even if it starts, will it work? It should work. It will get started. But when my web application is trying to connect to the REST API, it will fail. Okay, let me check. I'll push it anyway. Let it be pushed. I'll just wait until it is pushed. Yep, it got pushed. Now, CF apps. Yep, this is the URL of my web application. Let me give a request to /add customer .html. Here in my web application, I have a HTML file add customer.html where I can add a customer. I'll add a customer Siva Prasad and city is Bangalore. Let me check. Actually, what? Once I submit it, the request goes to web application, and internally I have written my code so that the web application is making a REST API call to this. But did I bind this to this? No. So my web application, let's see what will happen. Error. It's not able to make a call, some REST API error, right? So it's because my customer web application doesn't know. So yeah, I have actually written my logic to look for an environment variable with name URI. So I'll have to create a custom user service. So let me go here. CF cups. I want to create a user provided service with the name whatever I want. Let's say cust user service -p URI. I just want to give URI. And I have to give the URL of the REST app. What is the REST app URL? This is the one, right? http:// so a user provided service with this name is created. Now I have to bind it to my cust web. So CF bind dash service app name is cust web. I want to bound to a service with name what? Cust user service. That's it. Now, of course, after binding, I need to restart. CF restart cust web. Let us see. Now, I just wanted you to observe the environment variables. It restarted. Okay. CFENV cust web. Okay, see here. There's a vcap underscore services user provided. This is the instance name, cust user service. And is this a URI? Yes. So I have written my web application such that it will look for URI as environment variable and get that as a base URI to make a call. Now this should work. So I'm hitting my web application, add customer, and I'm submitting the details. Yep, the details are added. So I got XML from the rest. Now I'll go and add one more customer. XYZ from Delhi. Add a customer. So this also got added. Now if I want to see all the customers, see actually how many customers are there? Customer ID 1, name is Shiv Prasad, Bangalore. Customer ID 2, name is XYZ, Delhi. So actually my application is making a call to REST API and getting the details. So now you understood that for my REST application, customer REST, MySQL is a managed service, right? And for web application, I configured this REST API as a service. It's a user provided service. Okay, any doubts, let me know in these services. Hope it is clear. So a very big topic and a very important topic, services. Okay. So tell me.
So when we say managed services, right? Is it like I'm still not 100% clear because the what is that? Can you go to the previous slide, please?
Yeah, this one.
No, the one which you were just now. Yeah. So here the customer service, right?
It's an app actually.
Okay. So we pushed that, and that is it not manage so because it's being managed by the Cloud Foundry? Is it not a manage? Can't we call it as a managed service? I'm still not clear.
Okay, very good. Okay. Actually, what if there is a service broker? For a service, if there is service broker, through service broker, this MySQL VM was installed, right? This will be managed by Bosch. So if this VM crashes, Bosch will restart one more. So it is a managed service, right? Anything which is not managed by Bosch, if that crashes, Bosch is not responsible. Take an example, in this case, database. Database is a third-party database. You're just giving the connection credentials by configuring a user-provided service like this. So if it crashes, Bosch is not responsible. This is a user-provided service. But in this case, okay, this is one app. Okay, don't get confused. This is one app, customer REST application. This is another app. What I did, I created a service. I created a service and bound that service. I didn't bind this app. I didn't bind this app to this app. We cannot bind apps. I created a service by using CF cups.
Hey viewers, our Mastery in DevOps engineering program can help you to hone the skills necessary to succeed in high-level DevOps positions. So, what are you waiting for? Enroll now and earn certification that show you are keeping pace with today's technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
I created a service where I gave URL, and this service is what I bound. Actually, is there something for this service? Some VM for this service? Actually, no. It is just a user provided details, right? So in this case, I'm calling it as a user provided service. Of course, I understand if this app crashes, Converger will restart it. So is it not still managed by Cloud Foundry? In this case, yes. In this case, yes. Let's assume a scenario where this is not in Cloud Foundry. This is customer REST is external third-party REST API. Third-party REST API. In this case also, we just somehow need to know the URL. Same procedure. Assume that customer REST is a third-party outside application. So it is not managed by Bosch or Cloud Foundry. So same procedure, right? But in this case, accidentally both are managed by same Cloud Foundry. If it crashes, it will be restarted. It appears like managed services, but you have to think in this way. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay. So any other questions from somebody else? Anyone else? Good. All of you are good. Okay, nice. So I completed the topic of service. I have to give you time for lab, but before I give you time for the lab, let me talk about environment variables quickly and manifests. Environment variables and manifests. How to see the environment variables? I told you CF app name. It will show the environment variables. But now let us see what is a manifest. Okay. Basically, suppose if I want to push application and bind application, let me tell you the steps. Okay, So this is my Cloud Foundry. These are containers, and assume that a MySQL instance is already created. Assume it through a CF create service already is created. Now I want to push my customer REST. What should I do? CF push customer REST -p, say c slash whatever war file -i -m, like that I have to push. But my customer REST depends on MySQL. Will it start once I push? No. You observed that once it's trying to start, it is trying to connect to database, but it crashed, right? So we don't want it to start, we just want to push it. So there's an option called as no start. Just push it, but don't start it. Then after that, we have to bind CF bind service. What is the app name? Trust. And what is the service instance name? What I gave Siva MySQL earlier. Then once I do a binding, what is happening? The credentials to connect to this database will be available as environment variables. Then if I say start, CF start, then the environment variables are available, it will start. So actually, if I want to push an application which has a dependency, these are 3 steps, is it? So I have to manually type these commands in the CLI, 3 commands. Too difficult. So what I want is, I want this all information to be kept in a YAML file, and I just want to do a simple push, right? So that YAML file is called as manifest. A manifest file is a YAML file where we describe about our deployment options, like what is the application name, number of instances, memory, and service bound, etc. Right? So let me quickly run through this PPT. So what is a manifest? Manifest file describes the application deployment options so that it automates the subsequent deployments, right? Whatever options we use at push, like -i, -m, etc. We can specify those options in the manifest file, plus some extra options are only available through manifest, right? So if you want to create a manifest for an existing application, this is the command cf create app manifest and give the app name. It will automatically generate a YAML file for it. Okay. So the default name for a manifest file will be manifest.yml. YML stands for, you might be knowing, YAML actually, yet another markup language. It is a human-friendly data serialization standard similar to JSON. So whenever you do a push, CF push automatically detects the manifest file in the current directory or in parent directory, but the file name must be manifest.yaml. If the file name is not manifest.yaml, you have to override it using -f option like this. Okay, so let me show you, right? So here I have a manifest file, customer REST manifest.yml. Let me just open it and show you. Yes. So here the root key is a sample manifest I have. Here it is applications YAML file will contain key value pairs like this in JSON format kind of a thing. Applications is a list. So in YAML, if you want to write a element in a list, dash, this whole thing is one element of the list. You're describing only one application right now. Name of the application is Trust. For that, you want a disk quota of 1G. Number of instances I want is 1. For each instance, I want a memory of 1G.
Hey viewers, trying to get into DevSecOps? Enroll for our DevSecOps certified professional programs and earn the certification that shows you are fit for these technical roles and requirements. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
And I want a route to be created. And whatever route you want for your app, you can give it, right? And then you want to bind it to what all services. These are all the services to which I want to bind. Don't worry about the stack, we'll see it later. So let me just download this manifest. Okay. Okay, so I'll just create a new directory so that it will be clear. mkdir apps, cd apps. Okay, so wget. Okay, so I have Trust manifest. I'll do a vi Trust manifest. Yeah, here you can see the application name I want is Trust. Okay. I can give I can edit it, say Siva Trust. Number of instances which I want is 1, memory is 1 GB, and route. Suppose if you are specific about any route, you can give a route here. Let's say I want to give the whole route. My customer API dot, what is the apps domain? Apps dot Siva env dot algorobo.in. And what all services I should bound to? Or what is the service names actually? Let me see here in another terminal. CF services. What is the service name? Siva MySQL. Right? I want to give here services is a list. You can bind multiple services. Siva MySQL. And what else? Let's say I want to bind it with it's a MyDB. I want to bind it with MyDB also. So here I'm giving one more MyDB, right? And where is the path? So I have to add one more thing here. Path is one more thing. Slash, I'll say dot slash cost. What is my actual jar name? Customer rest dot jar. Okay. It is in the previous folder dot slash customer rest dot jar. That's it. Now let's say CF apps first. Okay, so this is Trust web. Okay, so I'll I'll say ls right now. I have a file with name customer rest manifest.yml. So I'll say cf push, but the file name is not manifest.yml. It is different, so I have to use f cust rest. That's all. All the options are described in the manifest. Let me enter. See, it's trying to apply the manifest. Manifest applied. It is pushing the application. Yep, droplet is built. Yep, it is running. Now if I say cf apps, let us see here. Is there Siva cust rest? Yes. Is it bound to the service? Let us check. I'll go to apps manager and I'll refresh in the system space. Okay. Admin and password. Password. The password I'll get for admin. Actually, the password will be in the ops manager only. Yes. Now, do you see Siva cust rest application? Yes. If I click on it, yep, I'm inside it. How many instances are running? One instance and 1 GB. And services. If I go to services, how many services are bound? MyDB service is bound and Siva MySQL service is bound. Yes. Right. So that's what is described here, right? VI cust rest manifest. See, I have bound these two. They are bound. So in a manifest, what I did, I described the deployment options. How many instances? 1G routes. Is it the same route? Is it the same route? Let us check. See, my customer API dot CY apps dot CYNV same route is allocated, right? So we can give all those options. I used -f, right? Because the file name was not manifest. If the file name was manifest, I should have used the same, right? So in YAML, 3 dashes indicate the start of the document, but it's not mandatory to write 3 dashes. Applications is a group. Application is a key, and in which we can describe more than one application. So here there are 2 applications described. First one name is node test. The second one name is next app, right? You can give all this, and whatever is starting with hash is a comment. So applications can describe more than one application. Okay, here this dash is by mistake. Name specifies a name. Memory, you can specify the memory. Instances is nothing but same as -i. And if you want to give a host name is nothing but the route name. This is how you can give the host name and domain name. In my case, my domain name is sivaenv.algorobo.in, and the path to your jar file or war file. One manifest can inherit from other manifest. How? See, this is the base manifest. Let's have two environment, one for production and one for dev. What you can do, the common things you can write inside a base manifest, and you can inherit one base manifest inside another one. And maybe for a different environment, you might configure different environment variables like this. Okay. So remember, whenever you are writing a manifest, you cannot give information about in which space it should be deployed. You should be actually logged into some space. Then you do a push.
Hey viewers, are you looking for formal training on SRE practices? Take our SRE program. This course will teach you how to successfully implement site reliability engineering in the modern day 24/7 services. Kickstart your SRE training today. Contact info is mentioned in the video sidebars and in the description box. Book your seats for the upcoming batches now.
So all the apps will be deployed in current space in which you are. You cannot give the space information in manifest, right? So if you want to switch from one target space to another space, you can use CF target -s space name. You will switch to that space, and then once you do a push with that manifest, all the applications will be pushed to that space. So manifest actually reduces the amount of typing when deploying through CLI. Options specified via CLI override the options specified in the manifest. Of course, it is common sense. Here, I'm giving, while pushing, I'm giving -i as 8. But in the manifest, if it is 4, of course, common sense says the options given in CLI will override the one in manifest, right? So, what are the precedence rules? Whenever you're pushing, what are options you're pushing, at the CLI will take the precedence. If you don't give a particular option, then whatever you gave in manifest will be taken. But if there is no such option, a recent value from previous push will be taken. Okay, what do I mean? Suppose let me go here. If I don't have number of instances, let's say I delete the instances, right? I didn't give number of instances in YAML file. Now CF apps, already my customer REST application is running. Okay, how many instances are there? 1. Let's say I'll do a scale, CF scale Siva -i, let's say 2. Okay, second one is starting. Okay, now if I say CF, let's assume that my jar file is changed. My jar file, I modified some code as a developer. My jar file is changed. So do I need to repush it again? Yes. So what I'll do is I'll say CF push -f, same manifest. But in the manifest, I removed the number of instances. So in CLI, I am not passing -i. In manifest also, the number of instances are not there. So if I do a push, now tell me how many will be there, 1 or 2? The values from the recent, whatever values are already there, that will be applied. Right? So that's what I was saying. If not the defaults, what are default? The default number of instances 1. the memory is 1 GB, so it will take the defaults. So you can actually configure the services that can be bound in services, as I told you. If you have user provided services, you can also configure a user provided services like this using credentials. So in a particular service, if you're using credentials, it will assume that it is a user provided service. Okay, this is how you can give. Now you understand about manifest. Now environment variables. If you want to set an environment variable, this is the command: cf set env, app name, environment variable name, and a value. Right? If you want to view, you can use cf env app name. That's how you can view. Or if you want to actually set environment variables in the manifest, see, this is a manifest, and here is one application with name my app. If you want to specify environment variables for this particular app, you can use env, then key value place. This is how you can set the environment variables. But in one YAML, you can describe multiple apps. If you want some variables to be common to all the apps, you can write env on the top of applications. That means these are global environment variables for all the applications described in this manifest. Okay. So if you are setting an environment variable, this is the env. This is how you can do. Then you have to do a push after setting. If you want to push without manifest, cf push app name dash no manifest. That means it will not take the manifest. Okay. Yes. So unset, how to unset? cf unset env app name variable name. This is a way to unset. And if you change any environment variables while the app is running, you have to restart it or restage it. When to restart, when to restage, we will discuss after some time. But remember, if you change environment variables, if you say unset environment variable, or if you set a new environment variable while the app is running, you have to restart the app or restage the app if you want the effect. Okay, so that's it about environment variables. Now what I want you to do is, there are 2 labs right now which you need to do. Yesterday you completed these 2 exercises. Now you have to complete services and this environment variables lab, right? So you have 20 minutes. You try to complete the services lab first. I'll be there till 9 o'clock. And then after that, you have to complete environment variables. Try to do it whenever you find some time after 9 o'clock. But you make sure that you complete it by tomorrow. And if you have any queries, right, I gave you my mobile number. Again, I'm giving. Yesterday, nobody has called me. If you have any queries while doing the exercises, call me on my mobile number. Okay, this I'll paste it in the chat also. So you can take next 20 minutes till 9 o'clock to complete this exercise. Go ahead. And one more thing, actually, I have given you the original videos till now. I don't want to actually give the original videos. So what I have done is, I have created a password protected video. Password protected video. So from today, I will not be uploading the original videos because I don't want it. It may be, as I told you earlier itself. So you can download this day2.exe. I've already uploaded the day2. From today itself, I'll keep the exe files only. So you have to download that day2.exe, whatever exe. Then once you open the exe, I'll tell you how it looks like. It'll ask for a password. I'll tell you how to get a password. Just wait, it is opening. Once it opens, yes, it will look like this. Once it opens, it will look like this. It will show you a machine ID here like this. Okay, you have to copy this machine ID and send it to me. My mail ID I will give you. I'm just typing the mail ID over chat. You have to mail me the machine ID. I will reply you within 1 hour max today. The machine ID, the password, and using that same password, you will be able to access all the videos from today. Right? So remember, you have to download the exe files given. It will give you a machine-based password. Actually, it requires a machine-based password. This machine ID will be unique. This is not your Mac ID. This is something generated by my exe. So you have to mail me this machine ID. I have given my mail ID over chat. I'll reply you with the password by max 1 hour. Or if you want it immediately, you can ping on my WhatsApp. Immediately I'll get alerted and I'll give you. Okay. Okay, that's it.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.